Hey everyone, it's Julie. Today I wanted to hop on here and show you guys Seint's new color matching tool. I've looked at this and played with it a couple of times, and it's actually very, very helpful if you've been interested in trying Seint makeup, which is a line of cream makeup products ranging from foundation to blush to even cream shadows and powder shadows. They come in these signature magnetic palettes, and you can choose the design that you like and the layout that you like. They have single tiered palettes with the mirror. They have double tiered palettes. They have triple tiered palettes. They have square. They have rectangle. This is a square palette here, and it is my cream makeup palette. I have pretty much the whole range of cream makeup because I do makeovers in my area or consultations in my area. But Seint is a wonderful line. I have not seen anything that really competes with Seint. There's a lot of things that pull customers to this line of makeup. Number one, the cream formula. If you are young, if you are mature, cream makeup is a gorgeous formula on your skin. It has the glow, but without the greasiness and without the glitter. So I've noticed that this particular brand of makeup cream is like no other. Like if I buy, like for instance, a Dior liquid foundation with the pump, this one is the Forever Natural Nude, which has a glow. The glow is really, really, really shiny, almost to the point of being like wet looking. But with Seint, it's a softer glow effect. It just looks like light is bouncing off your face. I don't know how to explain it. Yes, I am an affiliate for Seint. I do make a commission off of my sales. Most of my clients are my family and friends, although I have had some customers reach out to me and say, I'd like you to be my makeup consultant. Through the internet and such. But I love this makeup. I used to work for Sephora many years ago for Christian Dior. I worked at the counter. I was the counter manager, and I've seen a lot of the brands perform, and I've been trained on a lot of the brands: Lancome, Clinique, Tarte, Dior, all the different skincare brands, fragrance brands. I have training in that. So I feel like when I'm telling you that Seint is really good, I mean it. I really do mean it. I absolutely love this makeup. And every time I go out to Sephora and I like want to try whatever's trending, I'm always a little bit disappointed because I don't think Seint is as trending as it used to be. I think people have, seen the whole cheetah application and the quick application. They're done with that, and they've left this beautiful makeup and gone to try other things that really still are not as pretty, in my opinion. So I want to help you guys who are interested, who have been sitting on the fence about trying this makeup, who maybe don't have a personal affiliate in your area and you just don't want to get with someone. You just don't want to send in a makeup-free selfie to get color matched. This is going to be a video for you. So what I have is I have my camera here. I have natural lighting. I have my little setup here, my makeup table, which I'm loving. And I have my iPad. So we're going to pull up the Seint website. Okay. And we're going to check this tool out. So I have the Seint app on my phone here. I'm going to press the Seint app and it's logged in. And as an affiliate, I not only get commission, but I get rewards, discounts. It's just really fun. Like if you love this brand of makeup and you're gonna buy it anyways, and you have friends and family that you love talking to about it and you like to share it, I would do the affiliate program, honestly. You do have to sell a certain amount to stay active, which for me, I'm not that active. I mean, I just do these videos on the weekends and I'm able to sell the minimum to stay active. But This is my site. I need to go to, I have to get my glasses on to see what I'm doing. By the way, if you have watched my videos, you know I'm a big Pear eyewear fan. These are the Zuri glasses. They are so cute. They're a tortoise shell. I don't know if you can see, but I love this oversized round look. They're a newer frame style from Pear eyewear, and the magnets go on top and all that, but just wanted to share that with you. And then today, before we get started, I decided to go back to my lash extensions for at-home application. And I do love Lilac Street. I've used Lilac Street in the past and still love them. I paused my subscription just for a moment because I wanted to do the Seint mascaras. I wanted to give those a try, and I do love those. And I was using that in conjunction with the lash serums, but they were all irritating my upper lid. So I'm gonna go back. Today I have on the Flutter Habit at-home lashes. The Flutter Habit lashes, unlike the Lilac Street, they come in these little, these books. I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. They come in the books, and you get like a style set. So they're gonna be all kind of the same style, but different in small ways. Like you can see this one is a lot shorter than this one. This one's more curled. But what I love about these is they're full, and I can usually use about 3 per eye, and they're really quick, and I absolutely love the glue for the Flutter Habit more so than the Lilac Street. I just put the black glue on the back of my hand like you would like duo glue for your standard eyelash, what are they called? False lashes. And then I just peel it off. But the glue is fabulous. I don't think it burns like some of the other glues that I've tried. It doesn't itch. So easy to apply. So I have on the false lashes today from Flutter Habit. So let me go ahead, put my Pear eyewear glasses back on, my readers, and I'm going to go to my website, and we're going to pull up the tool that will help you color match. Okay, right now I don't have any makeup on either, so we'll do some makeup together. So the Seint website is gorgeous. It's always so beautifully laid out. I love it. Everything about Seint is totally my style. I just love the minimalist approach, the floral and like street type style of it. There's like photography on the tins that you get. Shamefully, I don't, it's gonna be hard to get this to focus. Shamefully, I throw the tin tops away a lot of times, but I just love the packaging on this brand of makeup. So what you do is when you are logged on, you will definitely want to create an account. There is the little 3 bars up in the corner. You're going to want to tap that. And then you're going to want to go down. Let's see if I can get it to tool. Let me turn it around and see where it is. It is called Find My Shade. So we're going to go to Find My Shade right here. And we're going to tap on that. Okay, let me open that window up. For some reason it minimized it. I keep getting the Foster Care Awareness Month chalk set popping up, which is really cute that this company really reaches out and assists the foster care initiative. So here we are. This is the Get Color Match screen. We're gonna press on the black box. I do need to do, oops, I went a little bit too far. Do need to get my false nails back on. So what you do is there is a range of, color levels. They range from level 1 all the way to level 12. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there are 12 levels, which I think is great. So let me just scroll through here and show you. Like this is 1 level, 2, 3, 4. And what you want to do, it's not that you're looking for a person that looks like you. you're looking for the person that has the same, and this is very important, the same undertones as you. So like, are you rosy? Are you kind of a yellow olive skin? Do you have a peachiness to your skin, like a warmth or a ruddiness? Are you really dark, like some of the girls down here, and have more of a blue tone or more of a earth tone to your dark skin? And you're gonna choose the undertone. And also I would look at the eye and hair color. I would look at the eye and hair color too. So I'm gonna look through here and I'll show you which one I think I am. So definitely not number 1, definitely not number 2. Number 3, I see mostly blonde, fair hair. No. Number 4, freckles, ruddiness to the skin, not me. Level 5 looks almost like, if I show you, these girls in level 5 almost look like they have like an olive complexion, more of a pale olive complexion. And if I look at my skin, it does have more of that golden undertone, but there is some redness. These girls do not have any redness in their skin. So I'm gonna keep looking. So level 6, we see girls that have the olive, the yellow golden undertones, and I see some ruddiness. And then level 7 would be almost tan. So I don't think I'm that tan. So I'm gonna poke onto the level 6 button right here, because it's a combination of the, hold on, level 6, combination of olive and red. Okay, this is what I'm gonna go with. I probably tend to be more like the girl in the end, so we'll see if I'm right. So it says, let's narrow this down. So obviously I'm going to look at my skin and I'm going to choose probably, actually, the lady here, this lady almost has too much warmth in her skin, so I'm gonna choose this lady here. Okay. Then it says, what type of coverage do you like? So it says light to medium coverage, filtering out blemishes and targeted areas plus adding natural dimension. Or do I want a medium full coverage, a buildable finish that evens out skin tone and conceals imperfections while maintaining a natural look? I am definitely more of a medium to full coverage person, so I'm gonna tap that. Now this is very important that Seint takes this into consideration, because depending on what kind of coverage you're looking for and how much of the product you're using, that would be important, because with this cream makeup, if you're piling on and using a heavy hand of a color that is too light, it will show pores, it will show dry areas, and it will wear away quicker with this makeup. So you want to go with something just a touch darker than your skin. And that always threw me for a loop, because I have a makeup artist background, and when I started Seint, I was totally wrong in my thought process. And now that I've been using it, I understand why I'd want to go darker, because you're not only using it on your skin, you're not using it all over. You're going to be using one color to hide discoloration in this area, one color along the jawline, one color for highlighting. So it's different. So just think about that. So it's great that they have this question. So I'll let you kind of take a look at that. And I'm gonna go ahead and tap the second box, okay? Now it's asking, what type of powder finish do you like? And I don't remember this question. I wonder if they just added this. So it says, I like a matte finish, a smooth, shine-free finish that minimizes pores, controls oil, and creates a polished, soft look. Do I want a radiant, glowy finish? A translucent, blurred finish that minimizes fine lines and pores while setting makeup without adding texture? Or none? I prefer a cream-only look. So that is for women that don't want to use a powder. Me personally, with this particular makeup, I will choose the matte because the cream makeup already has so much glow. I don't want to add any more glow. So I'm going to choose the first box that says Max because I know where this is taking us. This is going to help us choose the powder that they're going to recommend. So I'm going to choose on the matte. Select your age range. This helps us understand your skin needs. As we get older, we have more texture to our skin, ranging from dry patches to enlarged pores to wrinkles and such, maybe even more hair on our face. I am definitely not under 21. I am no longer in the 21 to 34 age bracket. And I unfortunately have surpassed the 35 to 40 age bracket. And now I am in the 41 to 50 age bracket because I am 45 this July. So let's go ahead and have it zoom in. So this one right here is what I'm going to tap on, 41 to 50. And it is preparing our results. So then it pops up with this wonderful list of suggestions. And let's just see if it is accurate. Okay, here are your personalized recommendations. 3D foundation. So 3D foundation, what is 3D foundation? 3D foundation is basically going to give you that dimensional look to your makeup. It's going to give you a non-flattened look. It's going to give you a radiant look without the grease and shine. It's going to give you definition, chisel and slim your face. It's going to brighten and warm up your face. I just love the 3D system of cream makeups from Seint. So here are the cream makeups. So I'm just going to kind of hold this here. You can see that there is a little bit of a glow when I tilt it in the sun. Okay, and they're not like so soft and buttery that your hand just pulls up product. It's just the tiniest amount. It's so smooth. So it's just so firm and smooth. It's not greasy or powdery like some of the other cream makeup. So it's just different. It's different from, like, I have the cream sticks from Dior. And this one almost has more of that powder finish. Although it is a lovely foundation, I don't reach for it because it just kind of flattens out my complexion. I assume that if I were to buy like a light color of this, a medium, and a contour stick, it would give me a similar effect to Seint, but that would be like a very expensive choice because these are what, 50 something dollars a pop. So Seint's 10s are like 16, I believe. Yeah, they're $16 a 10 and they last forever. My clients, they order few and far between, not because they're not interested in the makeup, but because their makeup lasts so long. So it's usually like 3 months before I hear back from them to order more foundation. So it's telling me that my highlight for the main coverage is going to be Mango. It is telling me that my highlight for my secondary brightening is going to be Amber. And it's telling me that my contour color is going to be Indigo. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together a palette with these colors. So I'm going to find those colors. It also tells me a bronzer choice. It tells me a lip and cheek color and an illuminator color. It also gives me some eyeshadow recommendations, which is super cool, and the tools that I would need. So this is really helpful. And at Seint, we do have some pre-curated kits that you can buy that are a nice value. They come with the brush, they come with the palette, and I just think that's great. So using all the colors, this is pretty accurate. I started out wearing this makeup using the color Mango, and Amber is an absolutely gorgeous shade. These are not currently the colors that I've been reaching for, so I'm interested to try these and see if I do enjoy these better. So we're gonna go ahead and find those colors, and I'm just gonna put them into, let's see what palette has room. I'm gonna put them into my beautiful emerald colored Seint palette. So let's see if we have room in here. Oh boy, I've got it filled to the brim. So let's go ahead and take some things out here. I've got some eyeshadows on this side. These are actually the new pigments that we sell. Let's go ahead and find Mango, Amber, and Indigo. And if I have to get up to go get something from the bathroom, please forgive me. I'm not one to plan ahead. I'm always in a hurry. It's my daughter's birthday this weekend, so we're really trying to plan for that. So let's find Mango. Let's see here. Mango I have not used in forever, but it is a popular shade. Okay, I have Mango. So this obviously is very peachy, and a lot of people are scared off by it, but this is going to be excellent for covering ruddiness in the skin and dark spots. Then it mentioned Amber, so I have to pull out Amber wherever that may be. That's Aura and Aura. I have a couple of Auras. I hope I have Amber. Athens is a color I've used before. White Peach. Let's see what this is here. Golden Hour. Oh, Amber. There's Amber. Okay, we're gonna let that kind of zoom in a little bit if we can. I don't know, is it focusing? All right, we'll just move on. This is the Amber. And then it said, let's do the Indigo contour. So let me see, do I have Indigo in here? Might have to go to the bathroom and get that. So let's just go ahead and start with the foundation. So it says primary foundation for sheer to complete coverage, secondary foundation to brighten and enhance the natural features. So let's go ahead. I'm already, oops, I forgot to put on my sunscreen. So let's do that real quick. I have my Christian Dior serum on. I use the Capture Total Dior. This is their newest serum, Le Serum. And then I usually use the La Roche-Posay eye cream for sensitive eyes. And I use the Tatcha Silk sunscreen. This is just a really nice mattifying. And when I say mattifying, I just mean non-greasy. I don't like a powdery finish. Just something that looks natural. And you can see that white cast just goes right into the skin. I should have done this earlier because I like to let my sunscreen sink in a little bit more. So if you don't know this, sunscreen is like one of the top anti-aging products that anybody should add to their regimen. Especially where I live. It's a very sunny, hot summer where I live in Florida. And no matter what time of day, they say even on a cloudy day, the sun's aging rays and cancer rays can kind of seep through. If you're driving in a car, you definitely want to kind of get this area here where your skin is being hit by the sun's rays. But this is going to protect. And I think this is a mineral sunscreen. No, it says broad spectrum SPF 30. Maybe not a mineral. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I also put this on the neck. Now at night, I do use a tretinoin product, which is kind of a retinoid, I believe is what they call it. I used to know more about skincare than I do now. I've kind of been out of the loop. But it's very important to wear sunscreen and also reapply if you're going to be outside a lot. Thankfully, I'm an art teacher, so I'm inside. But if I were a PE coach, I guess I would need to reapply it. And I found a product that's really cool. The Shiseido sunscreen stick. It's clear, and you can actually put it over your makeup. You can put it over the Seint makeup, and it doesn't alter the coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the Mango first into my palette. I'm going to do the Amber. Okay, and these are my two colors. So now I'm going to take a brush of my choice. Now the brush that it recommends is, let me put my glasses on. It says that I should use the Vanilla Dust setting powder, which I do love. It says I should use the detail brush, which is, where is that one? Do I have it here? This one. This is going to be for my contour. This is a great contouring brush. It's a wedge brush with a detailed end. It says I should use the blush and bronzer brush, which I do absolutely love for foundation application and blush and bronzer application. And then it also mentions the 3D brush, which is great for foundation. So if you're starting out, I would recommend, really, the 3D brush is great. Or, let's see here, the blush and bronzer. Okay, so they're about the same density on the end here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, this is the 3D brush on the right, and this is the blush and bronzer brush on the left. This one is more fluffy, I believe. This one's more dense. And then on this end, you have a big fluffy brush. This is great for people that want more of a natural coverage. And then a more tapered, streamlined brush, a doe foot. So today, let's go for the original brush, the OG, the 3D brush. We're gonna use this side for the mango, okay? So we're gonna go into the mango. I'm gonna show you how to apply this. So we're gonna go into the mango, and what we wanna do is just kind of press like this. And when I first started out, I was like, that's not gonna be enough for me. I like a lot of coverage. And then we want to go in and just start patting it over the cheek area. This is generally where we need the most coverage, although it would differ for each person. But for me, this is the area where I just need kind of that evening out. And I don't know if you can see that. How pretty the mango is, but how scary it is right here. And so many people make the mistake of ignoring their Seint artist affiliate who says mango is your color. And they just miss out on some really great coverage. What's great about this compact is it does have a mirror. So I can use my mirror in my compact to kind of build that coverage. So again, I want to go over the motion with you that we're using. We're kind of right here at the end of the brush. We're just kind of stamping in. We're not swiping. That is absolutely a no-no, okay? And we're just kind of staying in this cheek area. Now I'm getting too much coverage, so I need to stop. I don't want to pile it on so heavy that I have to remove it. And a lot of people with this company will reach for the Perfector, which is like a beauty blender. I don't really use it. I don't really use it because I think my hand is good. When I'm applying this, I think it's really a good hand. And I'm just going to use the other side of the brush just to kind of further. This is almost like a beauty blender right here, kind of patting up the excess makeup. So look at that blurred complexion. Did not use it on the jawline. Obviously this color is not going to match my neck, so I'm not going to take it down there. Going to go to the other cheek. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. The color match is pretty great for covering the redness, the dark spots, the pigmentation. Mango. Now what's really nice about the color matching tool is that really I have gone in and selected different faces that could pass for my complexion. Sometimes you're not quite sure. And sometimes different faces will give you the same results. So it's really hard to mess it up. And then sometimes it matches me to a different trio of basic cream makeups and they still work, but I'm just trusting the process here, and we're gonna go with the mango. Now, on the chin, you can see that readiness. We're gonna target that area as well. And it's gonna really help counter the blue tones of my chin, which are peeking through. If I wanted to, I could go in with the little stiff brush, and I could get a little bit more coverage there. Also, I'll go on my nose. So I like to use this little tiny brush here for the redness on my nose. This is great lighting here. This natural lighting is awesome. So we're just gonna do a fine layer on the nose. Now, not going under the eyes. See just a little area right through here, just right across the forehead, that I just want to kind of target. There's some blue coming through. So the mango has some peachy, warm undertones that are going to help counter the blue. Okay? Can go under the nose with the mango. Anywhere I see that red, purple, blue, purple, but not going in the eye area. You could also use your finger. You could tap just a little finger in there, and you could go over little areas like that. All right, so we're gonna let that kind of soak in. Now I'm gonna go in, and you don't even have to clean your brush, but let's say you did wanna clean the brush between colors. I just grab a piece of tissue, or we could use the microfiber cloths from Seint. We have some wonderful microfiber cleansing cloths. And this is our Seint brush cleaner. So pretty. Smells great, like a vanilla birthday cake. And I'm just gonna clean off the brush just to get rid of some of that mango before I head into the amber. Now, when you get the hang of this, you're gonna be moving a lot faster than I am, because I'm showing you how to use it. I'm moving slower. Now we're gonna go in with the amber. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the smaller side of the brush and just pat in. And I'm just gonna kind of come down here. If you prefer this side, I kind of reach for this a little bit more because it diffuses everything so nicely. And then I'm going to come up here. Now, you may have seen women who take their finger and they're going to put their cream makeup on in dots or stripes, and then they do the contour in dots or stripes, and they don't do any blending into the end. And I think that that was the original way that a lot of this was applied, but it doesn't work for everybody. And personally, I like to kind of even out my skin tone first before applying a contour. I just feel like the contour over some of these imperfections, it doesn't look pretty, it doesn't look flattering. So me personally, I like to use the two colors that it recommends first, and then go back with the contour. Now you could also take the amber and go kind of close to the eyes, but not on the skin of the eyes. So just kind of on this upper cheekbone. Okay. If you wanted to, you could take a little bit on the neck just to kind of even out anything on the neck, but you don't have to use a lot. And I usually stop right about here. I don't go all the way down. Okay, so we can see that there is a little bit more warmth on the camera than my skin in the natural light. Okay, so we're gonna take that into consideration. It doesn't look bad. It's just warmer than what I normally would wear, okay? Now we're gonna go find the indigo. We're gonna try that. I think I might have to get up for that, so please bear with me. I'll be right back. So I was in the bathroom and actually the warmth was not as noticeable as it is in the natural light. So in the bathroom, my complexion looked spot on. But I am so fair on the arms here with the blue. I have the green veins, so definitely more of an olive tone. So let's find the indigo. I got to go through all my palettes because I have everything kind of. Okay, these are some of our eyeshadows just to share. Really pretty. And then I have this length of a palette. This is a pretty palette. Got more foundations in there. And then this is one of my favorite palettes. It's a little bit dirty, but this is the kind of the beige palette with the gold embossed. Okay, this has lip and cheek colors, some Vanilla Dust setting powder. Then we have the little mini palettes. These are cute. This has, what is that, an illuminator? It has the chandelier, and I think this might be the lip and cheek color it's gonna recommend. The Royal, yeah, so I'm gonna keep that out. And then we have our contour palette. So it did recommend indigo. So here are all the different contours that we have. And they're a lot less warm than the bronzer. So I think I have the Bella bronzer in here. Let me pull this out and show you the difference between a contour and the bronzer. So here's the Bella. Here's the Bella. And then here are our contour colors. Now there are some warm contour colors for fair skin, but most of the time they're neutral. Let me pull this first. Okay, Bella is right here. Okay, so a lot of people like Bella as their contour. They're just gonna go ahead and use that. But I'm gonna do indigo, and indigo is such a popular color. It's right here. I use it quite a bit because it really shows up nicely. It's a really great, oops, can you see it? A really great color. I don't know if it looks like the inside of the tin is reflecting. So what we want to do, we want to use our detailed brush. Okay, so I have this wedge here, and you want to use kind of the edge of the brush, not the whole pad. So I just use the edge of the brush just to get a line, and then you can use the pad to kind of diffuse. You can also use the edge and then use a different brush to diffuse. If you want a softer contour, you could go to your blush bronzer brush. So let's just try out the indigo. It's been a while since I've done indigo, so I'm just gonna go into the product, and I usually go from the ear towards the nose. So I'm just gonna kind of take this here and apply it first, and you could just keep working it in with this brush, which is great. You could switch to your blush bronzer brush and do more of this to get a really soft airbrushed finish, but it does give you that beautiful, see the difference? That shadow there. And this is great for defining cheekbones, for giving you a more powerful jawline. I like to kind of go just on the shadowed area. In this natural lighting, I can really see it. And then definitely for the jawline, you have to be very careful not to have a hard line. So we're just going to take the blush bronzer brush and diffuse that really beautifully. Look at that strong jawline. I love it. I also like to go on the forehead. So this is where you could use more of the pad, the whole pad, and just kind of place it first. Don't try to blend it. Just kind of place it up into the hairline. And this just gives you such a finished, polished look. I don't know what it is about adding it to the hairline, but it does make your forehead look very flattering. Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. I thank you for staying with me. I know I don't have the most exciting videos on the block. I've just gotten to a point where I don't want to edit anymore. It just takes so much time. And really, I just want to have a discussion with you. I want to have like some time to share things about makeup and life. Okay, we are at the end of the school year. I'm an art teacher as well as a Seint Artist affiliate, and it has been really busy. So somehow we are only 1 week out from being out for the summer, and we have gotten ourselves in a pickle. We are not done baking all the clay projects. So if you've ever used an oven, a clay oven is a kiln, you know that only a certain amount of clay pieces can go in at a time. So I have 1,200 students. So we've done quite a few bakings or firings. And we only have 1 week left. And each firing takes about 3 days to process because I have to load it. I have to bake it for 12 hours about. Then I have to let it cool for another 12 hours. And then I have to have time to unload it. So it's taking forever. And I'm just afraid that we're not going to get all the clay art to the kids in time. And that really makes me sad because these kids are excited. Now, what about the nose? I'm not going to use the detail brush. Now you can, and it does give a really beautiful contour, but I have been using the demi brush, and like this is the bright brush, and I really like this end for doing the contouring on the nose. You can also use this to blur it. But I'm just going to lean in. I have a mirror here, and I'm just going to go into the palette, and I'm going to get some product, and I'm just going to start like here and then work my way down the front of the nose, not the side. On my nose, I like to do it on the top. And then I go to the other side. And you want to be able to see the placement before you blend it away. Okay. So I should have a narrow strip of skin showing. Now contour is a personal thing, so some of us don't want to look like a mannequin. I'm just gonna add it where the shadows are. I'm gonna do just a little bit behind this skin and over here. Okay, there's my nose. Cute, huh? Now you can go in and you can blend it and soften it. And it just softens it just so. And you can go back with a highlighter color. And I'll show you which one I use in a minute. And you can add that strip down the center. But let's do some brows. I'm actually going to use a product that I love for my contour. It is called, let me see, is it in here? Or is it in this palette? It's called Velvet. This is the Velvet contour color. This is one of our newest contour colors. It's really dark, but this is the same formula as our previous Demi color correcting product, NV+1, and I love the NV+1 on my brows. So I do have the NV+1 10 in my palette still, and it's the same product as what I just showed you. So we're going to use that, and I'm going to use our fabulous lining brush for the brows. This has got a spoolie on it, and I'm going to use that for my brows. Man, we have about 15 minutes. I like to keep my videos to under an hour. And let me just check the time real quick, because we have a birthday party to go to and I have a lot to do. So I think that matches my hair pretty good if you look at that color. I almost look like I don't have any hair on that side. So for me, I prefer to find a contour color to apply to the brow hair. You could use some of our matte shadows. Those work too, but I just like the formula of the NV+1 or the Velvet Contour. But if you're very, very strict about using an actual dedicated brow product, then you can use that. But I personally love this. I like the application. It goes on really smoothly. It has wax in it, so it kind of grooms and keeps my brow hairs in place. We do have a really nice brow gel called the Archangel Brow Gel, but I just don't reach for it. I just don't, it's just an extra step I don't really find that I need. But I'm gonna go ahead and use it anyways just to show you, because it does fluff up the hairs nicely. So you could take this and just kind of accentuate the hair. So the NV+1, the Velvet Contour, which it is called now, is going to give you the filling capability. Any bald spots that show, if you're a brunette, it'll fill those in. And then the Archangel Brow Gel is going to lift the hair and set. So there we go. That might look a little bit more flattering. Now, for the under eyes, I do not use the cream 3D makeup. I use the Seint Demi. And I'm going to go back to the same brush that I contoured my nose with, the bright brush. I'm going to clean it with our brush cleaner. I'm going to do the under eye area, because the Demi color correcting, I think they're called cream correctors now. They're not called Demi anymore. Wonderful for the eye area, especially if you have thinner, more aged skin. So these are all my Demi colors. They do not sell all the Demi colors anymore. It was just a little bit too hard, too time consuming for people to go in and filter out every area of their face. It was a great idea and it worked, but it was just too time consuming. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, this is a discontinued color. This is R03. They now have 03, which is very similar, which I use, but it's at school. I left my palette at school, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of this product and I'm just gonna go in to this shadowed area here in the very inner corner of my eye, and I just apply it, and it doesn't take much. And then you flip the brush over and then you just diffuse it. And this is not really made to go all the way across the eye, just in the shadowed area. So over here I have quite a bit more shadow to cover, and the shadow is much darker, so I do have to use two colors on this side. Let me get rid of this little spot here. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe some of the eyelash glue. Huh. Not coming off, whatever it is. I'll have to look at that closely. And I just put my fingernail on my skin and it's not going away. This is what happens when you get older. Every little dent that you make in your skin, it just stays for like minutes upon minutes. And then what I do is I go in with the R01. And if this is not available anymore, you could do the 01, but I'm gonna kind of brighten this area here because it is such a shadowed area. Luckily, my eyes are not too bad. And to me, it just looks better than piling on a heavy concealer. On the lid, I like to use Y01, or we could do the 01. This is really pretty as a primer on your eyelid. So for the pink veins, the red little veins on your lid, you could do the Y01 and just use a very slim brush like the what is it called again? It's a demi brush. I can't remember. This is the bright brush, and the other one is called it's not the detail brush. I can't remember what it was called at all. And then on the nose, I like to use the R01 or R03, excuse me. Or we could do the 01. This is pretty. Just go in there and do the 01 down the center of the nose and do that highlight between the two darker areas that we've created, and it just gives you a really pretty look. You can also use this underneath your brows, and we could add some shadows. Let's add a quick shadow look. I'm going to clean my brush. Now we're still not done. There's some products that they recommended. Actually, let's go and see what shadows they recommend. Let's see what shadows they recommend. Okay, so on the tablet it says, for my shadows, it says here, Bubba, apply, and it gives you instructions. Apply anywhere from your eyelid to your brow bone, along your lower lash line, or fill in your brows. I think that's a general statement for all of their shadows. So Bubba, let's go ahead and pull that out. Let's see what it looks like. Bubba is a matte shadow, and I have been reaching for that quite a bit lately. Let me find it. I have it here. This is Bubba. I really like these tangerine browns. They're really pretty. Okay, Bubba. Then it says Zion. It was kind of a reddish color. I don't know if I have Zion. Let's check it out. Do I have Zion? I have Crimson. I have Crimson, 2 crimsons in the back, in the tray. Pomegranate. Holly. I don't know if I have Zion. It doesn't look like a color that I have. It's like reddish. Let me see. It could be in here. Just let me check real quick. Spell. Cocoa. Eternal. Revival. Very strange that I don't have this color. So it's not in here. And let's see, is there another one? Trust. Trust is a color. That's like a coolish. I used to use this on my brows a long time ago. This is Trust. Cool tone brown. And then it says You Complete Me. Do I have that color anymore? I've given a couple of my shadows away. I have Riviera. I have Angel's Landing. Yes, I have You Complete Me. Thank the Lord. Okay, so we're going to put that into the palette. These 3 colors. Not sure. So I'm going to put my Indigo into the palette. This is the contour that I used. I'm going to put my, where did I put it? See, this totally defeats the purpose. You want one palette with everything in it. You do not want to have to rummage through everything. This is the eyebrow, so I could put that in my palette. I'm not going to do it though. And then I was just curious to see if I had Zion somewhere in one of these other palettes, and I don't see it. It must just be a color that I never purchased. Maybe because it was so similar to what I had. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see Zion, so it's not a color that I have. So we'll just use You Complete Me, and we'll use Trust and Bubba. I think that is perfect. And I'm just gonna pop those in here. So these are pretty nice, neutral to warm brown colors. Will it focus? There we go. So you can see these two are matte and this is kind of a shimmer color. Bubba. Really love that color. It's just a nice, and aren't those pretty? Never would have chosen those on my own. So let's go ahead and do a quick eye with those colors. I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush, which I just dipped in the red shadow. Brush cleaner handy, as usual. Have my lashes on, so I don't really need to do eyeliner today. That's what I love about these lashes. Just gonna go into this really beautiful formula eyeshadow and just put the You Complete Me all over the lower lid. It's so pretty all by itself. Can I get closer to you? Okay, just checking the time. Love this color. Just makes such a difference seeing it in the natural light. Cleaning my brush, gonna try Bubba in my crease, kind of like a transition shade. So I'm gonna go into Bubba, which is right here. Just pick up a little bit of that neutrally color, and we're just gonna go into the crease. I just love so far how easy this tool has been to get a complete look. So I will leave a link to my Seint website if you're interested in using the tool and purchasing. I get credit and you get reward points. So all your purchases add up. You get free products, you get coupons, you get, you know, limited edition products. Look at how pretty that is. Bubba, it was a shadow that I had not had until recently. And I heard a lot of people talking about it. And the brush I'm using is the eyeshadow brush. This is their original double-ended eyeshadow brush. It's a gorgeous brush. It's not listed in the recommended products on the color matching tool, but I recommend it. Great starter eyeshadow brush. And we have other brushes as well. I do not put anything underneath the brow except for the color corrector. If you wanted to have kind of a daytime smoky eye, you could take the Bubba underneath the lash line. I don't know why, but using shadow underneath the lashes on the bottom just gives you a more polished together look. And then I think what I'm gonna do is just use a little bit of the Trust into the lash line on the bottom, maybe the top as well. And I'm gonna use one of my favorite lining brushes. This is called the On Point brush. It's a really pointed brush. It's got the same brush on both ends. And I like to use our setting spray. What I do is just spray a little bit of this product into the cap. You spray it into the cap, then you're gonna dip your brush in it, and then you are gonna go into your Trust eyeshadow, which is that dark brown, and we're gonna just go ahead and go right between the lashes. So this is gonna darken that area, so you don't really need a mascara down there. And we could also do a little bit on top, but I really like the way the lashes look on their own. But yes, this could be an upper lid liner as well. You could tight line with it, do a little bit of that on the top inner corner. And that one dip into the setting spray was enough. Unfortunately, some of the product gets wasted, but guess what you can do? unscrew your cap. It's just one drop, just one little drop, that's all. And place it back in there, whatever you're not using. My favorite mascara for the bottom is the Seint Lash Leather. It's a tubing mascara, so if you have problems with mascaras smudging, this is great. It's really lengthening, really pretty. Just gonna use my finger to wipe some. You could get a Q-tip. I like to use a Q-tip to get stuff off. And what's great about this is if you get this on your skin, it's a tubing formula, so it'll come off really easily. And you could use this on your lash extensions because in warm water, they'll come off as well. It just looks so pretty. Oh my goodness, this look is flawless. Let's go and see what it recommends for the blush. So I have all the colors except for the Zion. Really curious to see what that color looks like. I might order that. And now I'm gonna go into, let's see here, what else does it recommend? It recommends the Rose Gold Illuminator. Let's go ahead and pull that out. I do have my palette here of illuminators from Seint. They're really pretty. They come in a cream formula or a powder formula, which is more glittery. And I'm gonna reach for the Rose Gold, in which I have it right here. Now, if you buy any of our solid perfumes, they will come with this color. Really pretty. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Just a really pretty natural illuminator. Really pretty. So it says to do the Rose Gold. We're going to plop that into the palette. I'm going to put that kind of here. And it also said to do the Bella Bronzer, Royal Lip and Cheek, and Madrid. So did I just see Madrid somewhere? Let's see, what color is this? This is Madrid. I had it in the palette. This is such a pretty lip and cheek color. Really pretty. And we're going to get the Royal out, which I had. This is a gloss formula. And the Madrid is a cream. So more matte. And then it also said what? Did it say anything else or was that it? Those were the products. Okay. So I'm going to line my lips with their lip liner. I'm trying to think, where do I have that? I think it's here. I like to use the lip brush. I don't know if it's called, I think it's called the multitasker brush, but this is a great brush for your lips. So I'm going to go into the is it in here? I don't know if it is. It's called Suede. I think it might be in this one. This palette is so cute. It's got the disco balls on it. I think it might be in here. Let me check. Yeah, look. You can see that I've been dipping my lip brush in here. And I'm going to line my lips. This is a great neutral color. Now, it's going on really smoothly because before I began, I used our new lip whip. This is very moisturizing. It does not have a scent or a flavor. So if you don't like the lip oils because they're too scented, you will love this. It has a kind of a curved lip applicator, and it's clear. Let me show you. Clear. Can you even see it? See it right there? But it feels really good, and it's a great primer, like to put on while you're while you're doing your skincare, and your lip colors go on so much better. And I like to kind of do a little bit of shading into the corners. And of course you could kind of soften that if you wanted to spray your brush with the setting spray and just kind of pat that over the top. That might be a good idea. The Complete Me is so pretty. I like that. Now let's do the blush colors it recommends. You could use one for the lips and the cheeks. Now this is our blush bronzer brush, but my favorite brush for applying blush is the shape brush. I just love the fluffy end on this. So we're gonna use that. I'm gonna spray the brush cleaner onto the tissue. Can you tell that I'm having fun with this makeup? I just love it. So much fun because it works. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so just gonna pat some of this cream makeup in as I'm sitting in front of the mirror. It can melt a little bit. So I'm gonna go into the Madrid. I love this color on the cheeks. I will not go back to a powder blush after using Seint. It's just a no-brainer. Just love the satin formula on the cheek. It's so pretty. This is Madrid. And again, remember, all of these products were what Seint recommended for me based on the photos of the women that I picked. Okay? It is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. The color tool, it works so well. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this on my finger and go right in the center of the lip. And I'm gonna take my Royal lip gloss. I like to just take my finger. Another thing you can do, if you don't like to do that, you could take our lip oils with the wand, and I do have one here, but of course it's the white, which is gonna mess up the applicator, but I'm gonna do it anyways. If you don't like to use your finger, take your lip oil and dip it into the gloss, and then you can apply it. Look how pretty the Royal is. Gorgeous. Just see, it's so dark here, but a gloss is going to give you just a tint. Now, what are the lip tints that we just came out with? Those are a stain. They're basically a layerable stain, and I don't have those with me today. But these glosses, they don't last long on the lips. You can build it up. You could use it for more dimension on the cheeks. With the Madrid, you could do a little bit of gloss right here. Give yourself a little bit deeper of a blush color. Now we didn't do the illuminator, so we're gonna do that. I'll just clean off the tip of this so it doesn't mess up. You could use the brush cleaner on this. You could just spray it, and that'll take it off. It'll take it off really easily. And then we just put it back in there. And then we have our white gloss again. This color was the marshmallow. It smells and tastes really good. Now the other product is that we have the rose gold in the palette. And I just like to use my finger for this. And I'm just gonna tilt my face towards the light, and I just kind of go right where the light hits. So right here gives you that glow. You could go on your nose if you're going out in the evening. That just gives a subtle glow. And then I like to come over here and hit here. The rose gold is a beautiful color, highly recommend. You can use these on the eyes as well. You could go over the top of the arch of your brow. But you know, Seint has such a glow already, you almost don't need it. Now, the powder that they recommended me was the vanilla dust. We have a beautiful new powder. It's called the Feather Blotting Dust, and I do like that one. But during the summer, I have a feeling it's gonna be a little bit too glowy. So I'm gonna go in with the vanilla dust. And I think that is the last product I need to add. So I need to find where my vanilla dust is. I think it was somewhere. Let's see, did I leave it in here? I saw it somewhere. It was just sitting. Let me check out our palettes here. It's gotta be somewhere. The vanilla dust. Could be. All right, here's the vanilla dust right here. I have just a little bit left. This is more of a matte formula, but it's not like cakey matte. And I personally like the end of the shaver brush for powder. I like to use this. We do have a powder brush, which is a little bit stiffer, but I like to kind of just take a little bit of the vanilla dust and kind of go on the side of the nose, not over my blush, kind of on the upper cheekbone. Just kind of helps tone down some of that shine. It's gonna blur, it's gonna mattify. So I know people are obsessed with the feather dust, but this is gonna really help those of us that have the breakthrough shine. I think it did recommend Bella bronzer, which I do like to do after the powder. It just kind of adds back some of the glow that we lost from the powder. So just kind of avoid going over your blush. You can go over the nose and whatnot. It just looks so airbrushed now with this powder. And then you can take the large end of your blush bronzer brush and you can go into the Bella, which is right here. I kind of like pinch the brush to get into that tin, or some women will buy 2 Bellas and put them side by side because this brush is really fluffy and large. But I really did not need the Bella with these colors. It already gave me that bronzy look. Okay, so here is the finished look minus my hair being done. And I have to say, this is really, really pretty. This look is perfect. And I don't think I would have grabbed mango or amber. And I absolutely like them a lot. I love them. They gave me the coverage I needed. They gave me a blurred look. They match perfectly. I love it. Let's see what fragrances from Seint we have to try. We have the number 7. We have the number 3, which was my ultimate favorite Seint fragrance. We have it in a solid formula and we have it in the spray. And this one, I'm gonna pull up the notes for you, but this one is I just feel like this is the signature Seint scent. It smells so good. And it's soft for every day. It's so velvety and silky, this fragrance. Let me pull up the notes for you. So Seint is a complete lineup of products. Look how good it looks with my glasses. So these are the fragrances. It's the number 3. Love it. That's the wrong page. Let's go Fine Mist Perfume. Wish they had like a bigger bottle. And I'm gonna go to number, oh no! It's not here. They did not get rid of my fragrance. They might have sold out. So this is what it looks like. It's a vial and it sprays, and I'm looking here. They have Folklore, they have Seint number 1, number 2, 4, 5, and 6, and no number 3. So let's hope that they have the solid, because this is my scent. I love it. Now the solid perfumes look like the illuminators, and they come in the rose gold color. They do have the number 3 in the solid, so hopefully they will not get rid of the solid perfume. Seint, don't you do this to me. Love that fragrance. All right, guys, we are at 1 hour and 15 minutes. I think it's time to say goodbye. Hopefully, this has helped you. Trust the color matching tool. Now, if I wanted to go down some colors, I could, you know, select on my second choice and just see how that compares. And I have done that in the past, and the colors work as well. But I actually like the warmth of these colors. They're not orange, they're not red or ruddy on me. I feel like with this makeup, you really do need to have a slightly darker tone for this makeup to last all day. And the lashes that I have on are awesome today. The what are they called again? I can't remember the name. Flutter Habit lashes. Highly recommend those. Highly recommend the Zuri by Pear. Thank you for popping in. And again, to check out that color tool, you go to the 3-bar area up in the corner, type in or press my shade, find my shade. And they have starter collections too. So the starter collection is gonna be over, let's see what the level 6 in the number 8 collection would be. This is the collection if you bought, hold on. See what comes in the starter collection just before we leave here today. Starter collection is going to be, I'm trying to see what's in the collection. I'm trying to, tap on it first. It's, oh, okay. It has 3 highlights, 1 contour, 2 lips, cheeks, 1 bronzer, palette, 8 and 3D brush. And then of course the 12 collection has the brushes and the eyeshadow. I was hoping to kind of get, okay, I just need to give it time. It's trying to process. Okay, so here is the deluxe kit with everything in it. You can see it has the palette, and I just want to make sure it's giving you the colors that are recommended. It has the mango, the amber, and a golden hour as well. Foundation, Indigo, Bella, Royal, Madrid, and Sandstone. So it just gives you a little bit extra, a little bit more. An eyeliner, the eyeshadows. Now, interesting, it does not give you the You Complete Me eyeshadow in this collection. It gives you the Trust and the Bubba. But the hot chocolate would be similar, and it does give you that. So, okay, just curious to see if the colors that they recommend corresponded. All right, thank you so much. I'm gonna hop off. I just got the low battery message, and please leave a comment below if you would like me to help you with this process. I'm gonna leave my link to my website. And again, my name is Julie, Seint Artist Affiliate. I'll be on again next weekend. We'll see you later. Have a great weekend.